Welcome to Boise, Idaho, where fans describe a home game in one way. We get them on the blue, and that typically means trouble for anyone who tangles with the Boise State Broncos. Today, we're set for a clash between these two rivals from the Mountain West. As we'll see, the UNLV Rebels taking on the winners of 5 straight, the Boise State Broncos. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Rebels will put toe to leather and we'll get started. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So the Boise State Broncos offense will take the first swing of the game. And here he comes, guys, the man who makes everything go.
Everything in this offense is built around his ability. He's got such great field vision. He's got it all, man.
He is must-watch TV. Let's not get it twisted. People show up to this stadium. People are watching back at home because of this guy right here.
Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job gang tackling because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
Looking to throw on second down. He finds his man. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback will audible. He wants to throw. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Leaves it with the back. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
They'll go to the ground. At midfield, he's got room. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success.
He caught it. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Boise State.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open, and he's able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they put the points on the board with that 37-yard touchdown pass. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So UNLV's offense has the ball for the first time. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football.
To the air on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's McGee. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
And if you had any questions about this quarterback's arm talent, now you've got your answer. Wow.
Offense gets set for second down. Gonna run it. It's Green. At the 35, he's loose. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
You know, they pride themselves on being physical at the point of attack, dominating at the line of scrimmage. Nice job there picking up the first down.
They'll snap it from the 39, first and 10. He's going to pass. They're bringing heat. Finds his tight end. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. The Rebels with the 1st and 10. Power football with the run. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on 1st down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. Coming after it. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. He is a menace rushing the passer. Career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's...
And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack. And the Rebels will bring the punt team onto the field. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. First one is away, and boy, did he put in work in that loss last week, kicking it 5 times. And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. Boise State ready to send out that offense. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown, everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
On 2nd down, looking again to throw. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Unloads to the wideout. Makes a connection. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44. 1st down for this offense. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Caught in the backfield, it's Riley. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. And now on 2nd down for this offense. They're going to throw it again. It's complete. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a 1st down at the 44. And the Broncos are on the move. Running it to the right. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Running back searching for a hole. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. They're about to snap it for the 7th time on this drive.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
The give to the tailback. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this 1st quarter.
Brings up 2nd down.
That's the end of the quarter, and Boise State has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played 1 period. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the 2nd.
On the double. Hornet. Lasso.
Quarterback checking off. Now they're going to throw it. Fires to the right. He's got it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Broncos. He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Ohio State went on the road and just dominated. And that's one way to grab attention on a national level. Make a statement in someone else's building and prove you're legit. And did the Buckeyes ever do that? The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete. This offense really needs to get something going. Punt on the opening drive, and now a 3rd and 10 coming up. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. The Rebels will send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. They wanted to set the tone, strike quickly. Jesse, they've done exactly that, up 2 touchdowns.
And this quarterback has been dialed in, too.
And that ball is picked off. He'll try to take it back. Smashes through the tackle. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. Now the play fake. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. And this crowd is losing it, frenzied after the back-to-back sacks. 3rd and long coming up. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Grabbed in the backfield. It's McGee. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. And the Rebels line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Makes a move. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. On first down, here comes this offense. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Fires to the wideout. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. And the incompletion brings up a 2nd down for this offense. He's looking to throw. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd down, going up top. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. The Broncos will line up to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. The UNLV offense ready to return to the field. The lead's not insurmountable, just down 14-0. But, David, you don't score here, and it could get a little tricky fast.
If you don't score here, if you don't possess the football and put something together to give your defense a little bit of a blow, it's not the ideal start. But it ain't like this game's late in the football game. Create some momentum here in the second quarter.
Yeah, momentum's a real thing in college football. This team needs the juju to get going. That first quarter is one they'd love to forget, so find your best playmakers now. Get them isolated, get them the football, and let them go to work.
You run the slant route day one, and this is something that the quarterback and the wide receiver has done 100 million times out there on the field in the offseason. I see man-to-man coverage. I know I can run the slant. Boom, stick my foot in the ground, throw it, completion to my wide receiver.
He'll make a play on third down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32. The Rebels come to the line with a new set of downs. Throws to the wideout. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Nice move to keep running. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. Here on third down for this offense. From the gun, wants to pass. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Knocked down quickly after the pick, but that offense says thank you very much, and they'll have it at the 43.
And that's just excellent cover. Big cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board. You still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Across the 25, he's got room. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. And the Broncos have pushed it inside the 20. They'll ride the hot hand. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped. The Broncos come to the line in the hurry-up.
Roll it.
They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's second and goal.
Get set. Ready.
They'll run it left, looking for the end zone here. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And it's not a surprise who they gave the football to. When you get down in this area, they're going to call his name. The physical back, they're going to give him the football. They're going to use their identity of physicality and run game down here in the red zone.
Trying to get it done with the run here on third and goal. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. So the offense will try to punch it in here on fourth and goal from the 1.
Flip it.
Trying to power it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown Broncos! No midseason concentration lapse here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner goes down. Guys, the running Rebels offense ready to go back to work. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get.
And a sack all the way back at the 5. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking for space. It's Green. At the 20, he's got space. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop.
That is exactly what you want from your offense. Create some space, get out of the shadow of your own end zone, Palmer, and make it easier on this offense.
Yeah, it's nice when you have a running back like that, too, that can create that space for you. Now, if you're the play caller, you're in.
It's complete. A huge pickup. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. And the Rebels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. Fires to the middle. Makes the grab. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
He's looking to throw it. And just too much on that pass. Too high, too wide, out of bounds and incomplete. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. He wants to pass it on second down. Slides away. And they get him down for the sack, and they'll go to the locker room feeling good about their pass rush. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Can't find a receiver, and down goes the quarterback. A sack to punctuate this first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. And the Broncos will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. Here's the return from inside his 10. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. UNLV ready to go back to work on offense. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Looking for a physical attack from the gun.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create 2nd and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
Using his legs, it's Green. The Rebels get enough for the first down.
And most importantly, they got the first. They've been getting pushed around up front this game and haven't created a lot of lanes to run the football, but you needed it. You needed that first down. You needed to get the sticks moving. You need to run some clock. So good job by the offense finding a little bit of space to get the first down.
Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
I think the offensive coordinators over there going, thank goodness we don't play them every week. This defense has been suffocating. This offense got to find something moving forward that they can hang their hat on, some kind of identity. Today they were shut down, but listen, there's a game next week, right? Like, got to continue to find what it is that makes this team go, that makes them tick, that makes them get first downs and hopefully move the football.
They're looking at a 3rd down and short from the 33. They'll try to get it through the air. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And here comes the field goal unit. Oh, no good. Couldn't find the range on the field goal, couldn't cut into the deficit, and they are still down by 21. Boise State ready to send out that offense. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. He unleashes a long one. Into double coverage, and he picked it off. Taking it the other way. And after the interception, he brings it back and gets it inside the 35. Excellent field position here for the offense. He got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
A lot of times when that ball's coming out, you can tell the offensive linemen want to get those defensive linemen's hands down. They want to hit them, engage on them. Great job by the defensive end, getting his hands up in the air and getting the deflection.
On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. Catch in the middle, it's McDaniel. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. If they don't pick up this 3rd down, let's see if they trust their field goal kicker after the miss on the last drive. They'll try to bully their way for the 1st. He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on 4th down, trailing by double figures. Makes a grab enough for the 1st. Touchdown, Rebels! A great catch and run for 6.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Lining up for the PAT. And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, a couple of ranked teams having at it this week, and take a look at what's going down. Cal is ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Aaron Rodgers, this has not been a blowout today in Berkeley. They're up by 10 over NC State. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The give to the left side. Got room at the 35. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Line gets set, 1st down. They'll try the right side. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Now on 2nd down. Quarterback checking the play. On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Unloads to the right. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup. The Broncos will snap it on 1st and 10. They go to the ground. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
Trying the left side. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. They'll try the left side. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
And that's what I love about this offense, man. They run the football and get first downs. They throw the football and get first downs. So much balance. That's why they're the #2 offense in all of college football getting first downs. They are so hard to defend.
Quickly to the tight end.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find the rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on the game.
The run to the right. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. And the Broncos want to pick up the tempo. It'll be a run on 3rd and short. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36.
And obviously, this is one of the best offenses in the country, and it's because they get first downs. Top 10 in the nation picking up first downs. How nice is it to know you can turn around, hand it off to that guy right there, and let him go to work.
Nothing but green ahead. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he'll be stopped for no gain on the final play of the 3rd quarter. 4th quarter is coming up. That's the end of the quarter, and Boise State has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. They'll keep it on the ground to the left, sniffing the goal line. Touchdown, Boise State! He ran through tackles like water through a sieve. They're on the board again, and it looks as if this winning streak is going to continue. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
The UNLV offense ready to return to the field. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. They're going to throw it to start the drive. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. Let's see if they can get out of their own way on 2nd and long from the 8. He's looking to throw. Forced out of the pocket. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Snagged in the middle. It's McDaniel. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. And the Rebels will punt this one away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Can't hang on. He muffs it. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play.
As a former quarterback, I definitely never had the guts to ever want to be a return man. And that right there is the reason why, guys. I don't need anybody having a 50-yard run at me trying to take my head off. So, listen, I mean, I feel for that return guy. He's lucky, though, that his group of guys was able to jump back on the ball.
And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. After that huge play, they've now got it inside the 30. It's 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. Now inside 4 minutes to go here on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Got a man. It's Riley. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. The Broncos come to the line with a new set of downs. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. They want to just keep throwing it. Let's it fly. Touchdown, Broncos! And the stomping has commenced. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the fourth quarter as they go for their 6th straight win.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Guys, the running Rebels offense ready to go back to work. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. They'll throw it on first down. He's got it. You're not getting him on the ground, still on his feet. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
They'll line up for a second down play. He's looking to throw. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Quarterbacks don't have high completion percentages from their backs. It's been really hard for this QB to get in any kind of rhythm. We've got to change something up here. We've got to do something different because right now it's just a sack punt.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down.
This defense has just been all over this guy all game long. Under pressure, they're finding a way to get to him and affect his rhythm. Of course, they have an interception in this game. That's why they've got a big lead here in the fourth quarter. This
deep shot for the end zone. And this will fall incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. They'll start this drive with a pass. Unloads to the wideout. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Reese, I know you're a little bit of a front runner, so you probably would quit. You'd probably sub yourself out and take yourself out of the game. But I like that they're continuing to fight. Keep fighting. You never know what's going to happen. Actually, you know what? I know you're not going to win, but it doesn't matter. Keep fighting to the very end.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. This offense has a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. Steps away to find some room. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Coming to the line, looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 29. From the gun, wants to pass. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on. And now just...
And that pass is intercepted. He can be dangerous with the ball in his hands with no room to return that pick. And they'll go on offense from the 21. Line gets set, first down. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Throwing right. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play. That last incompletion leaves them with 2nd and 10 from the 21. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Pulls it in on the left. Open runway ahead. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stops.
Well, this offense has just been dialing up explosive play after explosive play. That's a big part of why they have a huge lead at this point. Even in the 4th quarter with that lead, they are still taking shots. They are still being aggressive. Pedal to the metal.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around, that make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield. The running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense creating the tackle for a loss.
And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And we knew this offense was good, man, but seeing them in person, like, now I understand why they're a top 10 offense. Week in, week out, so many different ways to hit you from so many different angles. Undefeated still. Still an undefeated squad moving forward with all of their dreams in front of them.
He gets a block. He steps out of bounds at the 49, just short of midfield, and he almost went a really long way. UNLV ready to go back to work on offense. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just...
And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
The #1 objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
Here he goes breaking the pocket. Fires on the move. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the picks. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. He wants to throw. And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
And, man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things.
And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack. Defense takes a timeout with 30 seconds remaining. They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. The offense starts with a short field. Quarterback will audible. They're going to open this drive with a pass. He fires it out to the right. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
He's back to throw on 2nd down. And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. Looking for more room. He's at the 10. He'll go down right there, but what a big play to come up with that turnover.
Never say die attitude, and I love that, especially in these young players, because they're out there competing. And I know the scoreboard right now doesn't look pretty. They're not going to come back and win this football game, but I just love kids that are competing until...
And he takes it in the end zone for a touchdown. A little window dressing here at the end of the game. In a lot of losses, you just want to burn the tape. You don't want to watch it. But I think there are some things that they can take into next week from this performance.
No doubt. Offense is about finding your rhythm, finding your groove, what you do well. And you can tell, at least now, starting to get a little something going that maybe you can build on.
And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Trying to find his man on first down. Looking for a huge play. And as the ball goes to the turf, the clock has hit 0. We're at the midway point of the season, and after the showing they delivered today,